This is not a test. This channel has interrupted its regular programming to provide disaster information not being readily reported. Important details will follow this tone.
Hey folks, Ira here. I hope you have had a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in for our report of odd events taking place around the world. For the record, today is April the 23rd, 2017. About 1,406 tons of fish died in 4 districts of Bangladesh following last month's flash flood caused by incessant rain. In total, over 74,500 fishermen were affected due to the deaths of fish. It has been proposed that the government should distribute 44 pounds of rice to each affected fisherman for the duration of a month. For this, it's estimated that 1,644 tons of rice will be needed. Fish in some of the areas have died due to a fall of pH and oxygen levels and a rise of ammonia in the waters. In unclear circumstances, anxiety and fear among fishermen and stakeholders is being raised. The most affected are amateur fish, which were found floating near the shores of the lake. The fear is that they could have been poisoned. Following the move, irate fishermen raided a hotel where a group of Chinese fishermen who have been fishing in the lake over the past year have been camping. They confiscated their fishing equipment and boats, as they are suspected of being involved in the unexplained phenomenon. Authorities are currently looking into the matter. I have to say, we Americans sure are blessed in the fact that our living conditions are not so complicated or difficult. In Chile, a new suspicious case of a hantavirus infection has been confirmed in the Los Lagos region. The case involves a man who was bitten by a jumbo-sized sewer rat that is assumed to be the long-tailed pygmy rice rat, and now has tested positive a raging case of the hantavirus infection. Local health officials are calling on the population to follow the prevention measures to avoid infection with the virus. The man was taken to the hospital, where he remains admitted and is in stable condition. It should be pointed out that to date the Los Lagos region has registered 9 confirmed cases of hantavirus infections. Note to self: avoid Los Lagos, Chile. Slovenia's Sol nuclear power plant came back online on Saturday after part of a steam valve that caused problems on Friday was replaced. The plant was shut down on Friday after some extra steam was released due to the faulty valve. The event had no impact on the environment, according to officials. I wonder, how on earth did Slovenia get their grubby hands on a nuclear power plant? Any idea what that is from? A wild rabbit found in the Kirkwood Drive area of Pueblo, Colorado, also known as the armpit of America, has tested positive for tularemia. Tularemia is commonly found in mammals such as rabbits and rodents, according to public health officials. Tularemia, also known as rabbit fever, is bacterial infection most commonly transmitted to humans by the handling of sick or dead infected animals. Infection can also occur from the bite of infected insects, most commonly ticks and deer flies, as well as exposure to soil and vegetation. Hunters who skin animals without gloves and are exposed to infected blood through an open wound are also at risk. Although there are no human cases of tularemia identified in Pueblo so far this year, Colorado has experienced human tularemia cases in people in the past who have been exposed to contaminated soil, drinking contaminated water, or inhaling the bacteria. Tularemia can be treated with antibiotics. Pets can also become infected if they eat a rabbit or other rodents that have the disease. Symptoms in pets include fever, discharge, nasal discharge, eye discharge, skin sores that explosively discharge and discharge with discharge. Over 50 students in India have been hospitalized following suspected food poisoning on Friday. The students were admitted after consuming so-called meals that caused the students to develop restlessness, another term used to describe someone who cannot stay off the toilet, abdominal discomfort, another term used to describe explosive, steamy diarrhea, and generalized confusion. They started pouring into hospital and groups at around 2 a.m., begging for relief measures. Finally, a massive power outage struck San Francisco Friday, leaving at least 88,000 without electricity, snarling traffic as intersection signals went dark and stopping the famed cable cars for a time. According to officials, an overloaded circuit breaker malfunctioned at the Larkin substation, sparking a fire. The fire caused a series of outages beginning at 9 a.m. and left thousands without power in a massive swath of the city. All power was restored to customers by 5 p.m. Officials said. The outages affected, most importantly, fuming gamers on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network in the financial district and prompted the temporary closure of the Bay Area Rapid Transit station. People used the lights of their cell phones to walk through the darkened station. California Pacific and the St. Francis hospitals were in the affected area, but remain open by using backup generators. Public schools also were open as well. The San Francisco Fire Department said it has responded to more than 100 calls for service. However, no injuries related to the blackout were reported. People milled on sidewalks, controllers directed traffic manually, and shops were dark. Some buildings had power, others did not. ATM screens were blank. Social media posts indicated that the outage forced businesses to close. Some posted apologetic messages on their doors, while others closed their gates. Employees at a Starbucks were giving out cups of iced and hot coffee in the darkened shop. Alright, Starbucks. It's about time you did something decent. In an apparently unrelated event, a number of simultaneous power outages were reported in other cities including Los Angeles and New York City. Is it just me, or is that an incredible coincidence? 3 massive power outages across heavily populated areas in the United States. This doesn't feel right. I would love to know your thoughts on this. Please post down below and let's chat. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this to be interesting, please like, share, and subscribe. While at it, post your thoughts on this and whatever else is on your mind below. If you like the social media thing, you can link to us via the standard allotted social sites in the description. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe.
This concludes this report of the emergency alert system. All normal programming operations may now resume.